Sound check. Sound check. Sound check, sound check, sound check. Sound check. Sound check. Sound check. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Well, Shabbat shalom, everyone. There you go. Joy is already up here. This is our president for a few more days, Joy Schultz. And so it is my honor to co-lead services with Joy Schultz tonight. So Joy is going to give us the announcements before we keep going with the service.
Thank you. Well, welcome everybody to our Friday night services, Shabbat Shalom. As Rabbi said, it's my last weekend as president, and in the back row in the striped shirt will be the person that is coming in and going to do a great job behind me, Glenn Ullman, and his lovely wife Lisa will be the first lady starting Tuesday. Shabbat Shalom again, and on behalf of Bethel Board of Trustees, I'd like to welcome you to our Shabbat services. If you're new or visiting, please introduce yourself to me, to Rabbi, to Glenn, and after the service for a warm welcome. We're delighted to celebrate here with you. Save the date for our open house on Sunday, August 10th. This is a fun-filled family event for members and any Jewish families that want to check us out and see what we're all about. Pass the word. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. So we turn in our books to page 128, 128 for Hine Matov. Please join with me, page 128. Hine Matovu Manayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matovu Manayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Umanayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Umanayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. It is wonderful to be here and praying Shabbat services with all of you. So, we turn now to page 120, 120, for the lighting of the candles, and then we'll jump to page 123 for the blessing over the wine for the Kiddush. So, for page 120 and 123, I'd like to invite up Vicki Kennedy and Rachel Marcus Mitchell to help Joy light the candles and say the Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. And now we turn to page 123, 123 for the light for the blessing over the wine for the Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon Inchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta v'yotanu kidashta Mikol Hamim V'Shabbat Kodshecha Ve'ava Uratzon Hinchaltanu Baruch Atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat Amen. L'chaim. Now we turn to page 142, 142 for Shalom Aleichem. Taking a page out of Canalisa Levine's book, Let Us Rise in Body or Spirit. You don't have to throw an arm over anyone's shoulder if you don't want to, but we're going right from this into the Baruch Hu. So, in order to get our spirits going with a standing Shalom Aleichem, please rise in body or spirit. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And now we turn to page 146, 146 for our call to worship, the Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. You may be seated. We turn now to page 148, 148 for Ma'ariv Aravim in English. Please join together.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Zvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening.
Baruch atah Adonai, Ma'ariv Aravim. Now we turn to page 150, 150. Please join together.
Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel.
Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. And now I invite you to rise in body or spirit and turn to page 152 for the Shema. 152. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. You may be seated. Ve'ahavta, page 154, 154. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol lebavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha ukshartam le'od al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot b'neinecha uchtavtam amzuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai vitem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem Emet. And now we turn to page 159, 159. Please join with me. Sing the song of people joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more. The song of a world redeemed, a song of peace. And we are thinking of Michamocha, our people's song of redemption. And we look back to page 158, 158 for that song. And I just want to name that we are far from a world at peace right now. And so as much as we are praying for that world, praying for a world where we can sing this song of redemption in full realization of that peace, we're not there yet. So let's put our hearts into this Michamocha and hope it gets us a little closer. Michamocha ba'elim Adonai, Michamocha nedar ba'kodesh, Nora tehilot osefele, Nora tehilot osefele. Malechutecha ra'uvanecha, Bukei ayam livnei Moshe u'Miriam, Ze Eli anu ve'amru, Ze Eli anu ve'amru, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. V'ne'emar ki fada Adonai et Yaakov, Ugalo miyad chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Now, we turn to page 160, 160, for the Hashkivenu. And this is a prayer that just invokes for me that sense of wanting help to build a Sukkot Shlomecha, a shelter of peace, after the week that I have had, after the week that I know that many of us have had. We need a little bit of that help from God, and we ask God for help to build that shelter of peace this Shabbat. Hashkivenu, page 160. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. And now we turn to page 162, 162, for V'shamru. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. Now, we turn to page 164, 164, for the tefillah portion of our service. And we will stay on the even pages as we go from 164 to page 170. I invite you to rise in body or spirit. Adonai sifata tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chastei Avot v'imahot, Umevi Geula livnei v'nehem, L'ma'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Vezrat Sarah. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומיתו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. You may be seated. We turn now to page 175. 175. Please join together.
You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service.
Baruch atah Adonai, she'odcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. And now we turn to page 177. 177. Please join together.
God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us, so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us. For all those and more, we offer thanks.
Baruch atah Adonai, atov shimcha ucha na'eh lehodot. And so, now I'd like to invite up Elaine Wright, because our thoughts turn to those who are in need of healing. And Elaine is going to help me with the Misha Berach in honor of her mother's yard site, Fern Sills. The congregation is thinking for healing of the following people: Pearl Levin, Carol Friedman, Carol Wallace, Carol Solomon, June Van, Rabbi Michael Matchison, Sherry Chait, Larry Michaelov, Antoinette Worrell, Linda Chambliss, Judge Frank Caprio, Fran Marcus, Howard Silvers, Paige Hedrick, Kathy Weiner, Rob Moreland, Ben Beltran, Jeff Mayer, Sadie Charlotte Schwartz, Dean Fiandaca, Arthur Aglico, Carolyn Boyles, David Charles, Ken Friedman, Don D'Amelia, Michael Bierman, Nancy Rubenstein, Rita Friedman, Leonard Reed, Scott Silvers, Randy Pakula, Marlene Shear, Stuart Shear, Robin Bryan, and Jackie Gould. And we're also thinking of all those Israelis still being held hostage, all Israeli soldiers injured in war, and all civilians injured in any war. If there's anyone here that has a name that you would like to share with the community of someone for whom you are praying for healing, I invite you to do so as my eyes meet yours. all of their names together, and please. We hold all of their names together, and I invite you to turn to page 371, 371, and to rise in body or spirit for the Mishabach. Misheberach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. May those who will not be healed on this earth be blessed with nights free from suffering and days filled with peace. May God grant strength and comfort to those who care for the sick. May God help us to find hope and courage as we face fear and loss. May all who are ill be surrounded by the love of friends, loving companions, family, and community. And let us say, Amen. You may be seated. And now that we have prayed for healing, I invite us to take a few moments for a silent meditation for the prayers of our hearts. Ose shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, imru, amen. Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Well, Shabbat Shalom again, everyone. All right, that's the kind of energy I like to hear on a Friday night. It means we've all had enough coffee to get us through the week. Fantastic. This Torah portion is part of the Tanakh, as always. And the Tanakh is full of heroes. There are many heroes in the Tanakh. We have Sarah and Abraham, Rebekah and Isaac, Rachel, Leah, and Jacob, as well as Tamar, Miriam, and Yael, Moses, Joshua, Jonathan, David, and so many more. And the Tanakh, of course, also contains its villains. One of the most famous, of course, is Haman. Oh, come on now. I know you know what to do. All right. That was great. That was great. Okay, I was going to say, if you didn't know to boo, we're good. We're good. For those in the live stream, there was a lot of good booing. That was fantastic. Another classic villain is Pharaoh, who hardened his heart and didn't let our people go. And then there's Korach. Korach is a lesser-known villain, a more complex figure. He challenges Moses' leadership, and God affirms Moses. Korach is the name of this Torah portion. And for me, it's more than just his name or the name of the portion. It's deeply meaningful. And that's because this is the same Torah portion that I had on my first Shabbat here at Bethel. My first Shabbat was July 1st, 2022, and my first day was Friday. So not only did I walk in the doors for my first day, but I walked in the doors for my first Shabbat. And so Korach will always have a special place in my heart as the anniversary, not of the villain and all those other things, but as the anniversary of my first Shabbat here at Bethel. I said on that Shabbat, and I meant it very sincerely, and I can say it again so much more passionately now, that I am here for all of you, that I am your rabbi. Since the root of rabbi is rav, which means teacher, I'm going to bring us back to the Torah portion for a minute. Moses is a humble leader. The Israelites, though, are not so easy to lead. They complain, they resist, they push back, they kvetch. Nothing like this place at all. Nothing like it. Into that tension steps Korach. He's bold, he's charismatic, and he rallies 250 people behind him. And all of them step up to Moses, and they say, all of us are holy. Why, Moses, do you raise yourself above the rest of us? It's a striking challenge. And how does Moses reply? The Torah says, when Moses hears this, he falls to his face, falls upon his face. It's a surprising reaction. Why would he fall? Our rabbinic sages have their thoughts. Rashi says he's overwhelmed. Rashbam thinks that he's praying. Bechor Shor imagines that Moses fell because he was ashamed. Maybe it's all of those. Maybe it's none. Maybe Moses was just tired. Or maybe he's trying to show us something deeper. That real leadership isn't about ego. It's about carrying the pain of your people, even when that pain is messy, and even when it's directed at you. That's the kind of leadership that I strive for, and it's the kind of care for each other that I've seen in this community. Over these past 3 years, I've watched you show up for one another, not just at times of joy, but in times of heartbreak, not just for celebrations, but in struggle. I've seen our caring committee go so far beyond just the logistics that a caring committee sometimes does. You've delivered meals, you've sent flowers and cards, made calls to check in, run errands, sat with friends in grief. And even more moving than this, I've seen caregivers at Bethel looking after other caregivers at Bethel. One moment I'll never forget. By the end of my first month here, I caught COVID. Welcome to Florida. And I was sick in my apartment, and it's no fun. And suddenly, food started appearing. People called to drop stuff off. Someone I barely knew sent a full meal to my door. And today, not surprisingly, that person, who I know a lot better now, is at the heart of our caring committee. So to all of you who sent soup, a text, or checked in, thank you. And thanks to all of you, everyone here at Bethel, everyone on the live stream, everyone who can't tune in tonight, because you're all Hamish. Hamish, transliterated from the Yiddish, H-E-I-M-I-S-H, is the adjective form for a mensch. You all really are the most Hamish congregation I've ever met. So, all joking aside about the Israelites kvetching, really, you all are Hamish. We live in a world today that feels deeply divided. Political tensions, pain, uncertainty. But in this community, I see, in this community, I see something else. I see kindness, I see trust, and I see people showing up for each other, even when it's hard. In last week's Torah portion, the scouts went to explore the land. Were there giants? Was the land fruitful? And they came back. They were sent so they could come back and report on whether we should be afraid or whether we should have hope. Today, we are all scouts in our own way. We're all scouts in our lives. Every day we read the news, we go outside and see what's there, and we think of our families in our community. And we have to decide for ourselves, should we be scared? Should we have hope? You all remind me to hope. Every time someone shows up to a minyan, even when they're tired, every time someone listens deeply, even when they disagree, every time someone says Shabbat Shalom, not just as a staple greeting, but as a sincere wish to the person they're speaking with, for that person to have a peaceful Sabbath, you are being Hamish. So I say it again, more confidently and knowingly than I did 3 years ago. No matter your beliefs, your doubts, your pain, I am here for you. I'm your rabbi. And it helps to be a rabbi for such a Hamish community because I know that all of you are here for each other. This week's Torah portion ends with a community realigned. So let's carry that image with us, a congregation standing together. Some of us are grieving, some are celebrating, some feel strong, and some feel worn down. But we're here together. We may not always agree. We may not always understand each other right away. But let's promise us this. When moments come to challenge us or to be challenged, we won't let anyone fall on their face, not in shame and not alone. We will lift each other up. So let's keep being the community that Moses dreamed of, a community rooted in tradition, a community guided by compassion, a people open-hearted and full of grace. This week, let's do something simple. Let's reach out to someone we haven't talked to in a while, to call them up or text and ask, how are you? How are you doing? To let them know that they are not alone. Because Judaism isn't just about the rules. It's about justice. It's about compassion. It's about togetherness. All of us together, Hamish. I am your rabbi, and you are my Hamish congregation. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
right, it's on now. I forgot to mention this during the announcements, and one thing I want to say is that you may have noticed that we have some construction going on at the entranceway. We are just finishing up all of the projects that we had lined up for the last year with the money that the state granted us in a security grant. And with that money, we have hardened our security and to make everybody safer or feel safer at least, and put shatterproof film on the glass. We've done all kinds of things, and our last project to be completed is the door. It was installed yesterday. It looked phenomenal, and for some reason, the finish, which is just like if you think of wallpaper on a wall, this is laminate, and it's going to be replaced in a couple weeks. So fear not, don't think it's going to keep looking like this. This will be fixed when they come back up to do that. So, and it's just going to keep looking better because we're going to get a new doorknob, and it'll just be great. So I just wanted to say that. The other thing I want to say, Rabbi, is that when you came 3 years ago, I was just elected president-elect, and we met, and I was just getting over COVID, though I did not give it to you. Because there was a long period of time, at least 2 weeks between us. I want you to know we're going to continue to work together, but as president, you have been a wonderful support. You have been a friend. You've been a leader. You are somebody I have watched as a rabbi grow into our congregation and be the center of our congregation. Thank you so much for all you've done. You're Hamish, and we love you.
And now we turn our thoughts to the wider Jewish community. We turn our thoughts to Israel. And I ask you to turn to page 678, 678 in your books, and to rise in body or spirit for Hatikva, Israel's national anthem. Kol od balevav pnima, nefesh Yehudi homia, ulfate mizrach kadima, ayin lezion tzofia. Od lo avda tikvatenu, hatikva bat shnot alpayim, liotam chofshi be'artzenu, Eretz Tzion v'Yerushalayim. Liotam chofshi be'artzenu, Eretz Tzion v'Yerushalayim. And now I invite you to remain standing in body or spirit and turn back to page 586, 586 for the Aleinu. (586) at the bottom. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu k'goyei ha'aratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'goralenu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, ומי משתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, page 588, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. 591 ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. You may be seated.
Okay. When I die, give what's left of me away. This is page 592. To children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away.
The congregation is thinking of those whom we have lost, whom we have had to give away. Barry Schoenfeld, Milton Margolis, David Shaknovsky, David Friedman, David Cohen, Mike Hyman, Alice Macaulay Schumer, Carol Mandel, Helen Gerber, Jerry Chait, Shirley Mendelson, Bryce Roughton, Eliezer Ben Yehuda, Jim DeArmond, Abe Slominski, Robert William Forsyth. They have all passed within the last year, and we also mark those whose yahrzeits are at this time. Mark Adler, Irene Ginsberg, Emmanuel Helfand, Ruth Horwitz, Howard Marcus, Milton Marcus, Mayor Morris, Helen Pritchett, Fern Sills, Dr. David Sims, and Adele Zucker. If there's anyone here that has a name that you would like to share with the community of someone that you have lost, I invite you to do so as my eyes meet yours. We hold all of their names together as a community. I invite you to rise in body or spirit for the Kaddish, page 598, 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'alma divra chirutei v'amlich malchutei, B'chayachon u'v'yomechon u'v'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael b'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Le'alam U'Lalmei Almaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yithadar V'yit'aleh V'yithalal Shmei Kudusha Brichu Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Damiran Be'alma V'imru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Osei shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. May the one who makes peace on high bring comfort to all who are bereaved. And let us say, Amen. You may be seated. And now I'd like to invite up Elaine Wright again to help me with the leading of Adon Olam, page 625. 625. Adon Olam,
Adon Olam,
Asher Malach,
Asher Malach,
B'terem Kol,
B'terem Kol,
Yitzir Nivra, Le'et Nasa,
Lies Nasa,
B'chefzo Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, V'acharei Kichlot HaKol, Levado Imloch Nora Adon Olam, V'hu Haya, V'hu Hoveh, V'hu yeh b'tifara Adon Olam, Adon Olam,
Adon Olam,
Asher Malach,
Asher Malach,
B'terem Kol,
B'terem Kol,
Yitzir Nivra, Le'et Nasa,
Lies Nasa,
B'chefzo Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, V'hu Echad, V'yein Sheni, L'hamshilo L'hachbira Adon Olam, B'li Reshit, B'li Tachlit, V'lo Ha'oz V'hamisra Adon Olam, Adon Olam,
Adon Olam,
Asher Malach,
Asher Malach,
B'terem Kol,
B'terem Kol,
Yitzir Nivra, Le'et Nasa,
Lies Nasa,
V'chefzo Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, V'hu Eli, V'chai Goali, V'tzur Chevli Be'et Tzara Adon Olam, V'hu Nisi, Umanos Li, Menat Kosi B'yom Mekra Adon Olam, Adon Olam,
Adon Olam,
Asher Malach,
Asher Malach,
B'terem Kol,
B'terem Kol,
Yitzir Nivra, Le'et Nasa,
Lies Nasa,
V'chefzo Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, B'yado Avkid Ruchi, Be'et Yishan Va'ira Adon Olam, V'im Ruchi Geviyati, Adonai li v'lo ira Adon Olam, Adon Olam,
Adon Olam,
Asher Malach,
Asher Malach,
B'terem Kol,
B'terem Kol,
Yitzir Nivra, Le'et Nasa,
Lies Nasa,
B'chefzo Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam. And now, I invite you to turn back to page 603, because here we have the priestly benediction, the blessing from straight out of the Torah that the priests used to say over those ancient Israelites, as fetchy as they might have been, which it is now my honor to be able to say over all of you, this Hamish congregation. So I invite you to rise in body or spirit, turn to page 603 for the priestly benediction. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
Keni Ratzon. May God inspire you to live like Aaron. Oops, where am I? Sorry. May God bless you and keep you. May God's light shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha vichuneka.
Ken Yi Ratzon, may God's light shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you.
Isa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom, shalom, shalom.
Ken Yi Ratzon, may you feel God's presence within you always, and may you find peace.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom. That's okay. But I was happy.